Welcome to the Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week. We're live in Lancer Country at Brookfield Central as they take on the Huskies from West Allis Hale. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike McGivern. I'm with Sports Radio, 105.7 FM The Fan, and this is the Fan pregame show. I'm here with the two head coaches, Jed Kennedy from Brookfield Central, Brandon Arendt from West Allis Hale. Jed, let's start with you. Last week of the regular season, but it's playoff time. It's playoff time for you guys. Get in and you're in. If you get a win tonight, I'm wondering how the week of practice was for you boys.
You know, we had a really good week. I was a little worried, to be honest with you. We kind of stubbed our toe last week. Coming off, I thought we played really well against Marquette and was expecting to play well Friday. And the reality is we didn't. We got out-hit. We got outplayed. We got out-coached. And, so we got after our kids pretty good this week. We were pretty physical in practice and expecting our kids to come out and play well tonight.
Excellent. Coach, there's a chance. At this point, win or lose, as far as the rules go, you're not in. Not officially, but if you get a win today, you get a really good chance, I think, to get in. How was your week of practice with that on the line?
We had a great week of preparation. For the most part this year, we've had very good weeks, and that's really due to our seniors. We've got a great senior group, really happy with the progress that they've made as leaders, as captains. 3 weeks ago, I didn't know that, this opportunity was going to be possible, but hey, what a great environment, and our kids are definitely up to the task tonight.
Hey, Coach, real quick, your conference, we talked about it early on, and it is a conference that is pretty top-heavy, and then the middle is really strong. A couple teams at the bottom that might not give you quite a challenge, but it's a meat grinder. It's a tough conference, and you got to pretty much strap them on each week to get a win.
The conference really, to be honest with you, it's played out exactly like we thought. We thought going in, realistically, Marquette was probably a little bit better than, maybe the rest of the league right now with some of those seniors they have and those playmakers. But, if you take the next 4 or 5 teams, right. I don't think there's very much that separates them. You look at how tough Hale has played everybody. We beat, Menominee Falls, a second place team in the league, going for a conference championship night by 21. And then, last week we get beat by 21 by a team that's fighting for their playoff lives. There's just not a lot of difference between, number 2 and number 6 right now.
From where I am, that's what I love about high school football. I know when you're coaching, you don't love that so much all the time, but I love that. Same question you, Brandon. Conference, strong conference. You've been in it now a couple of years, and did it lay out kind of the way you thought it would?
Yeah, it did. We definitely had Marquette at the top going into it, and from our perspective, we've played everybody tough this year. We've been in every game. I look at it as it's been 1 to 2 plays every single game this year, and we're definitely looking forward to the opportunity to play BC tonight and give our best effort.
Boys, thanks for having us. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna cut you guys loose. Other side of the break, Terry Kelly, John Weiser with the keys of the game. This is the Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week, only on My 24.
It's a Greater Metro Conference clash here tonight in Brookfield as Brookfield Central getting set to take on West Allis Hale in a big ball game here tonight, week 9 of the high school football season. Along with former coach Terry Kelly, John Weiser with you from Brookfield Central High School here tonight. And you get into week 9 of a football season, Coach Kelly, you know this. All you ask as a head football coach is to have a chance, and we've got 2 coaches with that in mind here tonight.
And it's not necessarily about winning a conference title. Coach Kennedy early in the week said, we're playing to get into the playoffs to get that next game. They win, they're in. For West Allis Hale, they win, they've got a chance to get in, but they'd like to have that opportunity.
Quite a mix in that playoff field this year, too. I mean, a lot of area teams with opportunities this weekend.
It's going to come down to the games tonight as well as Friday. There's a number of teams that if they're in, people are going to be moving down. It's going to affect who gets in. There is estimating might have as many as 8 teams who are sub 500 in the conference get in.
Let's talk about our matchup here tonight. Let's talk first with West Allis Hale. Joey Werner on offense, he makes it go.
Running back, they obviously try to run first and foremost. He goes that. He tries to run behind Cody Shimich, their offensive tackle, excellent player.
And on defense for the Huskies?
They've got two fellas that they really depend on. They're linebackers in DB. You've got Tyler Milliken and you got Ben Swanson. Tremendous number of tackles for each of them. Amazingly, both of them have a number of tackles for loss, TFLs.
You talk about running the football. That's what you're talking about with Brookfield Central. Run is the first word in the vocabulary.
Right. They run more out of single wing than anything else. Dominic Lebalarte, sometimes call the quarterback more of a tailback, and Malik Turner, another running back.
On defense, we saw what Mitchell Ahmed could do in that Brookfield East game a few weeks back.
Tremendous linebacker. Just Coach Kennedy said one of the smartest guys he's ever had play, and he's teamed up with Joe Dubois in the defensive backfield.
Let's go into our keys to the ball game for tonight. What do you have for us?
Well, West Allis Hale said they have to get off to a fast start, but they can't let their emotions get in the way. Those 2 points work together. They've got to stay in the game right off the bat, and then they think they need at least 3 big plays of 25 yards or more.
For Central tonight?
Brookfield Central says they have to take advantage of Hale's blitzes. They have a propensity to blitz. They want to take advantage of that. They've got to maximize their scoring opportunities. They've been getting yardage, first downs, but not points their last 2 games. And they think more than anything, they're going to utilize Dominic Lebalarte in a variety of ways.
Should be a great ball game here tonight. Lancers have won 4 straight in this series, 8 of the last 10. Week 9 of the high school football season kicks off next, right here on My 24. A crisp October evening tonight in Brookfield for this matchup, a Greater Metro Conference clash between West Allis Hale and Brookfield Central from Central High School here this evening. Colors being posted at the center of the field here tonight, represented by the United States Army, the Army Recruiting Station in Waukesha. And our national anthem tonight performed by the Brookfield Central Choir. Number 9 in the high school football season set to get underway here this evening. John Weiser, Terry Kelly, Mike McGivern, Kara, and the rest of our fine crew with you tonight as we wrap up our regular season here on My 24. This should shape up to be a very good ball game with a lot at stake for both teams here tonight.
In reality, this is a playoff game. If you want to get into the playoffs for Brook Central, you have to win tonight. It guarantees it. If you're West Allis Hale, a win tonight gives them a shot to make it in as a sub-3-4 team in the conference, but they'll have a 5-4 overall record.
That's exactly how I was going to explain. 5-4 gets you over 500. You need to be over 500 in your league to get the automatic recognition as a playoff caliber team. And then 3-4, there's quite a few in the area that are sitting 3-4.
And so much is dependent upon how many other teams qualify and how you get bumped down in terms of what conference champions come in, how many schools are there that are going to qualify automatically.
Saw our game ball presentation tonight, sponsored by the United States Marine Corps. Matt Peterson from the Brookfield Central Lancer sideline, escorting out there with our game ball presentation. Beautiful evening, breeze out of the west, and about 10 miles per hour. Temperatures in the low 50s, going to fall back into the 40s here tonight. Brookfield Central going to receive Hale in the white uniforms, green helmets tonight. That is Tyler Milliken that typically does the kickoffs. See who we have out there. Might be Nathan Shearer holding the football there for Hale.
Well, they had initially lined up on the wrong side. We've been told they were going from right to left, and apparently the boys didn't quite have that message at the start of the game.
It's only week 9. You've had, 8 other opportunities to get this right, correct?
Well, one of the concerns that Coach Arrett had for Hale is, they haven't been into many big-time ball games. They've come a long way this year. They've been in every game they've played. So he wanted to know how his boys going to be emotionally to start things out.
That'll be Nathan Shearer set to do the kicking here. Back to receive for Central is going to be Patterson and Turner. And we are underway, and this will go to Malik Turner. Coming up the far side across the 20, 25, 30. Makes it out to the 34. Still on his feet across the 35. Breaking tackles down the far sideline. And out of bounds at the Central sideline, just short of midfield. Malik Turner getting his team off to a great start. Brought down by the kicker, Shearer, on the play for Hale.
200-pounder who runs extremely hard. He's part of the key to making this offense, the single-wing offense, go.
Stepping out of 3 different tackles and then giving his team excellent field position to start this ball game from their own 48-yard line. Dom Lebalarte, their quarterback, a junior, 5'11". Almost 1,500 combined yards so far this year on offense, both throwing and passing, a dual threat, and he will take it here on the run. Big hole up the middle into Husky territory inside the 45 at the 44.
Yeah, he's rushed for almost 1,000 yards already this year and 9 touchdowns, so he's the hub of this whole offensive set for them.
Nice cutback from outside back inside at the hash to pick up 8 yards on the play. Brings up second down, and we'll call it a long one here for the Lancers in the gray jerseys tonight. A little tight splits here. And Lebalarte going around the far side, gets out of bounds across the 40-yard line. We'll have the initial first down of the ballgame, our Derzon and Menard first down, run out by Kyle Chubakowski. Again, this season our first downs have had a special meeting. Derzon and Menard has been making a donation to each of our Thursday Night Lights teams, schools, based on the number of first downs each team makes in the game. So we thank Derzon and Menard once again, proud sponsor of Thursday Night Lights here on My 24. Go with that double, kind of almost a double handoff to Meyer. Meyer, the running back, takes it inside the 40. Charles Williams brings him down for the Huskies. About the 38, make it the 37-yard line.
A lot of deception with this offense, and the hardest thing for a defensive team getting ready during the week is to have your scout team be able to duplicate what the offense is going to do against you.
Well, when you're a running team, it's imperative to take away first down, make them get into that chase the stick kind of thing when you get into second and third. Oh, fake the handoff, but come back with a pass. They complete it out here to the near side, inside the 20. Still on his feet, nice cut inside the 10, and just short of the goal line. Nathan Shearer brings him down short of the goal line. An excellent pass play that time on the deception on that fake handoff as they get it outside that time to Thomas Gibson, I believe, the receiver.
Yeah, Coach Kennedy said we were going to see quite a bit of Gibson even though he's only a sophomore. That time he dragged across the formation, got right into that throwing lane for Dominic Lebatarte.
First and goal inside the 2 for Brookfield Central. And it's going to be Lebalarte into the end zone for the touchdown. Dominic Lebalarte getting in for the score, his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
You know, this in some way is reminiscent of what we saw when Sussex Hamilton played Franklin. And initially when they came out, their offense was clicking so well. It took Franklin a while to kind of have things slow down. They could see it. Be interesting to see if that will be Hale's reaction or whether Brookfield Central is just going to come out gunning to get that win.
Buck Nellen, the junior, on to kick the extra point. Good snap. And the kick is up, and it is good. Penalty marker down, however, I believe. Let's see. Thrown by the umpire. So we'll get our first penalty of the ball game here. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the preliminary call here. Our referee tonight is John Stoker. Extra point will be good, offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct calls against both teams. So the point after stays 7-0 Brookfield Central. I want to remind you that Thursday Night Lights presented by My24 is available streaming live online. Simply log on to the my24milwaukee.com link and click on the Thursday Night Light link, and you'll also find complete game videos and photos from our games from all season long. That's my24milwaukee.com.
Now, so far during the season, Brookfield Central has gotten off to a pretty good start in most of the games. They've scored 56 points in the first quarter. Hale comes very close to that with 53, but they'd only been giving up 14 points over the course of the season. So it'll be interesting to see if they can tighten up their defense and if their offense can start rolling against Brook Central.
Siggers and Schubert expecting the kick here from Buck Nellen. So a quick opening drive on a short field, 52 yards. The 2-yard touchdown run by Levelarte. And it's a quick Lancer lead. Because of the penalty, Nellen's going to be able to drive this one into the end zone for the automatic touchback. Schubert able to field it 4 yards deep, so Hale will get it at their own 20-yard line. Get our first look at the Husky offense here tonight. JoJo Bresnik is their quarterback, 6'3", 175, and a senior.
Yeah, much more known for his running ability than passing. He's 56 rushes, 254 yards, and the 5 TDs over the course of this season.
They'll go with 4 receivers, 2 to a side here, with Werner the single back in the backfield on 1st and 10 from the 20. And Werner will get the ball, trying to take it outside that time. Got it out close to the 25-yard line. Patterson, the linebacker for Lancers, able to make the stop at the 25 for a pickup of 5 as we look at the Lancer defense.
Yeah, they've had a little switch. They flipped Mateus Hanen, who had been the nose man. They put him out at DN. They brought Brandon Hughes from the outside in at nose. They think that'll give them a little stronger defensive front.
Slot receiver here to the near side out of the I formation. And he'll dive forward, gets it out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. It was Andre Siggers, the junior, 5'11", 200 pound, has 4 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, they're trying to see if they can follow behind Cody Shumich. Honorable mention all-conference last year. It's the strongest player on the Hale team. Want to take advantage of his abilities there at tackle.
Not just the strongest, but one of the smartest players on this team, too. 4.2 GPA coming in. 3rd and short. They'll give it to the fullback, Werner, and very close. Needs a 30 to get there. Dragata was there, the outside linebacker. It's going to depend on the spot. And mark him short. So it'll be 4th and short. So we head down to the sideline. Our first report tonight from Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, listening to the defensive coaches for Hale, the coaches feel a sense of urgency. Not quite sure the players do quite yet. They need, emotionally, they seem just a little bit down to me. Need to get it going. It's a long game.
They have to get right back on that horse here as the short of the first down to the 30-yard line and forced to punt it away. Torrance Cobb will get time and gets off a spiraling kick. Nobody deep for Central. It's going to take a favorable Husky bounce inside the 25 and roll dead at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Brook Central was worried that Hale might gamble even down in their own territory, so they had everybody up, nobody back, turned what probably would have a mediocre punt into a very Fortuitous punt for Hale.
48-yard punt, no return, down at the 22-yard line. That's where Central will take over their second possession here. Just over 8 minutes to go here in the quarter, leading 7-0. This time they'll give it to Meyer, and Meyer, not much there. Good defense that time by the Huskies, staying home. Charles Williams, the defensive end here on the near side.
Yeah, Hale's made a little adjustment. If you take a look at their alignment, they've got 8 guys up in the box. They're going to sell out against the run. Brook Central is not known for the passing attack, but Dominic Labellarte has shown that he can throw. So you have to be a little careful. That means you're going to really have to read your keys. 2nd
and 8, ball just shy of the 25-yard line. Meyer coming around the right side, and again, good job out there. Getting out there first was Kyle Chubakowski, the senior. 39 tackles coming into the game here, the corner for the Huskies.
One of the things when you look at the total number of tackles, their linebackers and defensive backs for Hale have made just an amazing number of tackles throughout the year. They floated the ball. They've got their defensive linemen trying to occupy the offensive linemen and clear the way.
So 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 here for the Lancers. Labellarte wants to throw. Comes back over the middle. It is caught. Gibson with the catch out near the 37-yard line. Should have enough for a Gerzana Menard first down. Chubakowski again in on the stop. That's his 3rd tackle already tonight.
Yeah, 2nd catch for Gibson, the sophomore. They are going to try to utilize him as maybe a little bit more than when we saw him early in the year against Brookfield East.
Good throw only where the receiver can get it. 13 and a first down. This is Labellarte on the ground. Gets it across the 35-yard line. Near the 40.
A play that Brookfield Central was running with some success against Marquette at the end of the game is the old-fashioned spinner. Was giving Marquette a lot of trouble because suddenly that quarterback turns his back. All the crisscrossing action by those backs, you're not sure defensively whom's got the ball, so you've got to make sure you stay at home, read your keys, see where the linemen go.
2nd and 7, ball just across the 40-yard line. Try and pound it up the middle again. The Huskies there, good gang tackling there. Everybody hustling to the ball. Tyler Milliken, the do-it-all defensive player for the Huskies right there on the stop.
Yeah, Coach Eric said, one of the smartest defensive players he has, and once again, we see a guy with a 4.25 GPA. You can understand that he not only has got the book smarts, but he's got the football smarts to go with it.
So again, favorable down and distance here for the Husky defense. You get a look at Jed Kennedy, Brookfield Central coach, won a state title with Kenosha Bradford a few years back. Spent some time down in Florida. Now back up here coaching Brookfield Central. Labellarte going to swing it out here, complete to Meyer. Meyer being chased down from behind. Excellent coverage that time. Nathan Shear, the outside linebacker, flying to that tackle for the Huskies to make the stop short of the first down.
Coach Harrod says Nathan is the hardest worker on the team. He's just an outstanding role model on the field, off the field. Does some work helping with their youth football program. He's got 42 tackles, including 5 tackles for loss during the season.
Matt Patterson to punt this one away. Ben Swanson standing near his own 20-yard line. Patterson gets this one away. Running up on the run and running right into a group of Lancers that time was Swanson. It was Mitch Mavis who got in there on special teams almost immediately, and what a play there. As we've got 4.5 minutes to go here in our first quarter. We'll step aside. Brookfield Central, first drive, first score of the game. They lead at 7-0. Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Early 7-0 lead here for Brookfield Central over West Allis Hale tonight. Week 9 of the high school football season. Greater Metro Conference clash here this evening. Huskies have it 1st and 10. We're going to pass it out here, complete here to the near side. Daniels with the catch and a nice run up. Daniels able to take it out across the 30, out near the 34-yard line. Patterson able to run him out. Ben Daniels, a 5'10 senior. 4 receptions last week against Tosa East.
Jojo Bresnik had his best passing game last week. See if that's going to be something he can play up to again this week.
This is Werner with some room, able to swing it outside across midfield. Werner into Brookfield Central territory. Nice strong run. Joe Werner, their fullback, brought down by Joe Dubois.
Coach Aritz wanted to see how the boys would react. Big time game, a lot on the line, how their emotions would play out. Hopefully for him, he's going to see his guys calm down a little bit after that opening drive by Brook Central.
18-yard pickup and a first down. Another Derzana Menard first down for the Huskies. Their initial first down tonight. From the Lancer 48. Out of the I formation. And they'll give it to Werner, the fullback. Plows his way forward down to the 45. Brought down by Matthias Hayden.
There's something we haven't seen much of this year, John, an I formation.
Yeah.
We've been seeing almost all spreads, everything in the world. But notice they're still going to run the option out of that.
Not only running I, but the majority of the handoff going to your fullback out of the I.
Old-time football coach.
2nd and 7. This time they'll give it to the tailback Siggers, and Siggers gets it inside the 45 down to about the 41-yard line. Mitchell Ahmed, player who we featured again tonight on defense for the Lancers, in on the stop.
Yeah, he's got over 70 tackles, so in on over 70 tackles this year. And Coach Kennedy said his ability to analyze another team's offense and get to where the ball's going is just amazing.
And another 4.25 GPA student. So 3rd and short. 3rd and 2, and Brook Central going to take a timeout. So we got a timeout taken here by the Lancers. Stopping play with 2:47 to go here in the quarter. 7-0. Lancers leading.
We can hear the Brookfield Central defensive coaches. They were quite concerned they were not aligned properly. Their defensive coordinator, Jim Camarada, wanted to get a timeout so they could get themselves lined up properly. Sometimes you're expecting to see something, and when your fellow on the field is trying to call that defense, sometimes you do get misaligned.
Let's head downstairs to Kara.
Thank you very much. I've got Sergeant Gagnon down here with the United States Marine Corps. Thank you very much for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
And now, why did you join the Marines?
There are tons of reasons. I would say the main thing is because I wanted to be part of something bigger than myself, and I wanted to serve my country as well.
And now, why do you think it's important for the Marines to be a part of TNL?
It's a great opportunity for us to come out and interact with kids and families and parents as well.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again for being here.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Back to you guys.
Kara, thank you very much. 3rd and short here, 3rd and about 2 for the Huskies. Just short of the central 40-yard line. They're going to throw, and they come back near side to Daniels. He'll pick up the first down near the 35 of the Lancers. Ben Daniels' second catch on this drive. Keegan Owens and Buck Nellen both there on the stop.
You could see Bresnik that time before he got under center. Coaches called in. They saw something with the formation, and he audibled to that play, took advantage of their alignment.
So 1st and 10 for the Huskies. Good drive going here late first quarter. Trailing by 7. Werner will get it. Tried to plow up the middle. May have coughed up the football there momentarily, but fell back on top of it. Like one of the linemen, Andrew Riedel, the center, may have gotten a hold of that after it left the arms of Werner. For all of the info on the green and gold, including special guests, players, and more, watch Locker Room. That's Tuesday nights at 6:30 on My Place for Sports, My 24. Guys at the Locker Room have it covered. talk green and gold, this is the place to be on Tuesday nights. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. An official stopping play, got to delay a game here against the Huskies.
Timeout.
Or we get a timeout before the flag. I saw the back judge throw the hanky. So they'll acknowledge the timeout here for Hale, coming with 1:43 remaining here in the quarter.
Yeah, Hale came out, put all of its strength into the sideline. They have the tight end, the flanker over there. They don't always run with a tight end formation. Brook Central went heavy on defense to that side, and I don't know whether the offensive coordinator Jeremy Gemick saw something and said, okay, if they're going to give us that same alignment, maybe we'll take advantage running back to our so-called weak side. So it'll be interesting to see what this second down play is. We
talked about Brookfield Central. They need a win to get 500 in the league, give them the opportunity to make the playoffs. Again, West Allis Hale win tonight, and the Huskies go 5-4, though they'd be 3-4 in the conference with that outside chance of making a playoff.
Hale would just like to have that outside chance. They've been working to improve their program. Coach Harrod has done a wonderful job with these guys. He's praised his senior class, at a wonderful group of kids on and off the field. And so they're looking at this one way or the other. It is a playoff game, and they'd like to have it play out all the way so they get a chance to go next week.
Oh, and to say you're 5-4 for an off season, that sounds so much better, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And 2nd and long here. They'll fake to Warner. They'll run the option. Pitch back to Siggers, trying to get the edge on that left side. Takes it down to the 30-yard line. Short gain of about 3. Maybe 4 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd, about 5 here for the Huskies, and we may have a holding call here.
Yeah, you could see Central sneaking their linebackers up there to blitz. Hale tried to take advantage of it, fake the dive, get to the outside, and run the option.
Legal block in the back. I think it might go against the split end. Greg Nelson, I think. Reading John Stoker there, 88. Let's take a look. Yep, right there. You saw it right in your picture, right in the top of the screen. 88, Greg Nelson. Got those arms extended, got into the back. Into the, the coaches teach when you see the back of the jersey, lay off. It's so tempting when you're trying to set that block on the edge for your running back running the option. So it sets them back 2nd and 15. Ball back at the 40-yard line. They'll try and swing it out here, complete to Daniels with some running room. Daniels inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And he was brought down by secondary that time. It was cornerback John Murphy as we take one more look.
And a quick little jailbreak screen, as they call it. Nice, clean, hard tackle.
Now sets them up with a nice manageable down here on 3rd down. 3rd and 4. 11-yard pickup by Daniels that time. His 3rd catch on this drive. They'll go trips here to the near side on 3rd down. And they blitz him, and down goes Bresnik. Mitchell Ahmed with the sack. All-out blitz that time by the Lancers, and Bresnik had no chance.
Good range, you can see on Mitchell. He's able to move exceedingly well and throws him into a punt situation.
Try and pin them inside the 20. Labellarte is back, and we've got official stopping play here. And that'll end our first quarter. So our first quarter comes to an end here in Brookfield. The Lancers holding a 7-0 lead over West Allis Hale. Week 9 of the high school football season on Thursday Night Lights on My 24. As we get set to begin quarter number 2. 4th down here for the Huskies as they look to punt this one away. They get a strong rush, may have gotten a hand on it as it will go end over end, take a Husky bounce inside the 30 down to the 10-yard line. They'll mark it inside the 10 at the 9. So ideal situation there for the Huskies, able to pin Brookfield Central back.
Now they have to force them to punt. They've got to make sure they can get that ball back to them on Central side of the 50, see if they can get one in to equalize it.
All season, Mike and Kara have had the opportunity to talk with sponsors, coaches, and other guests down on the sidelines, letting you know about the great things going on in the communities we visit. Our sideline reports are being brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Labellarte will work. And he'll hand it off on the jet sweep coming around the nears, or far side, I should say, out across the 10, maybe the 12-yard line. Brought down by Tyler Milliken. Set down to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, coaching staff at Hale talking to that offensive line. Not real happy with them right now. Want to figure out where that blitz came from. They had 3 different answers. They're yelling, where's the board? We need to get the whiteboard. I think they'll figure it out, but it'll be a bit.
Come right back with a run. Again, this time on his first carry tonight. That is Matt Hodges. We'll see a little bit more of him as the evening progresses, I believe, here from Jed Kennedy.
And if you notice, that time Don Labellarte was out there in the slot, came back in motion, so they're going to be playing some games with where they line Dominic up, get themselves set up. Hodges has already thrown a touchdown pass. Matter of fact, he threw it to Labellarte a week ago.
Tight splits here, 3rd and short. Labellarte will keep it up the middle, first down and more. Out across the 25, put the ball on the turf. Let's see if they're going to rule him down. Going to rule him down. Kyle Chubakowski was there. We'll take one more look. Did the ball come out before he hit the turf? That's a good call. Landed on the football and it squirted out. He was down by contact right there. So Derzan and Menard first down here for the Lancers. Run it up short of the 30-yard line. First carry of the night tonight by Malik Turner. Tyler Milliken again in on the stop. Again, a reminder, Thursday Night Lights presented by My24, available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on our Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from games all season long at my24milwaukee.com. They'll throw it out on the far side, complete. Mitch Mavis with the catch out near midfield, brought down by Nathan Shearer.
Yeah, they alternate Mitch Mavis and Malik Turner at that running back position. And one of the things they love to do is run that back on a wheel pattern up the sideline and spot him open after they've had 2 receivers run post, clear that sideline.
And again, you're putting 8, sometimes 9 in the box trying to take away the run. That's what's going to neutralize that. This is Labellarte, the quarterback, dancing his way into Husky territory, still on his feet, short of the 40-yard line, close to another first down.
You know, one of Laballarte's strengths is how patient he is as he watches his linemen get the blocks. He just doesn't run headlong into the line. He tries to see where there's that crease and break through.
Another good look at Jed Kennedy, head football coach, first season here at Brook Central. He's had a couple of rough weeks here the last couple weeks, the Marquette game and the obviously last week against Sussex Hamilton. Again, Labellarte will take it on first down, crack it inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Kennedy made the observation they've been gaining a heck of a lot of yards. They're getting down into the red zone, piling up first downs, but they're not getting points. So that was a point of emphasis for him this week.
2nd and 7 from the Husky 38. Early second quarter, 7-0 Brookfield Central lead. Lancers getting a touchdown on their opening drive. Play action fake. Double Arte wants to throw. Completes to Mitch Mavis again at the 25-yard line. Shearer and Milliken bring him down, but a great play fake that time was a Gibson. Gibson with the catch. That's his third one tonight.
I don't know if you had a chance to observe how Mateus Hanen, their so-called fullback, is about half a yard off the line of scrimmage. He's able to tell probably his children years from now that he was a back. He's really a tackle in the backfield leading the blocking.
This is Double Arte. Takes it down to the 20, maybe the 19. And this is where Brookfield Central has struggled the last couple of weeks, getting it to this point and then punching it in. Arte with the touchdown run on that opening drive, 2 yards out. Arte now 5 for 5 for 70 yards throwing the football. He'll hand it off. Meyer to the 5. Meyer to the house. Touchdown, Lancers. Logan Meyer, a 5'9" junior, picks up the second score of the ball game. Broke 3 tackles to get there.
Patient running by the Brook Central backs. So often you want to focus on Dom Labalarte, and they have 3 or 4 other very capable backs. All can carry the mail.
Last man there was Mitchell Larson, but could not lasso him down. Bucknellen on for the extra point. Nice snap. Labalarte gets it down, and it is up, and it is good. 14-0. Lancers lead it. An impressive drive that started inside their own 10-yard line.
Well, this is probably the worst fears realized for Hale, that they haven't been able to stop the running attack. Coach Kennedy said that they had to take advantage of their scoring opportunities, and so far twice they've been down in there, and they've gotten the score each time.
Well, it's a college football day-night doubleheader this weekend. Saturday on May 24, the action from the Gridiron kicks off at 11 a.m. Virginia battles Duke in the ACC Game of the Week. May 24 is my place for sports. Once again, we head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, listen to Jed Kennedy on the Brook Central sideline. Very happy with his defense right now. He said, boys, let's either get a three and out, or let's get the ball back. Let's get one more score before halftime. Coach Kennedy, real happy with his defense at this point.
Nellen's kick. This time we'll get a return. Schubert, 20, up the middle, 25. Gets it out across the 30. Out to the 32-yard line. Nice run by Schubert that time. Brought down by Zach Kubinski, reserve defensive end. One more look at it.
Yeah, Schubert, not the biggest kid in the world, 5'5", 145 pounds. Last year he was second team all-conference in the role of an all-purpose player. The Greater Metro selects an athlete as their all-purpose player. He could, fill a variety of positions. They refer to him as their Darren Sproles. So
I like that reference. 24-yard return out to the 33. 1st and 10 for the Huskies. They'll go 4, 2 by the single back. They'll swing it out, bubble screen. Complete here to the near side. Making the catch, Greg Nelson. As Keegan Owens and Matt Patterson finally brought him down, close to being picked right at the line.
Yeah, Keegan Owens in there tonight for Evan Liebetrau, free safety, who's injured. 5'10", 170-pound senior, stepping in, doing a fine job replacing Liebetrau.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1 at the 42. And they'll work I. Give it to the fullback, Werner. Werner diving forward. Should have enough for the first down. Brought down by Matthias Hayden. Also goes both ways, playing defensive line.
For the most part, Brookfield Central, 2 platoons, but they do have a couple key guys that they feel they have to play both ways. And Matthias is one of those.
So another Durzan and Menard first down for the Huskies. Officials are stopping play here. And I think we're going to get some time added back on here. I think the clock was rolling here. They're going to have to reset the game clock.
So far tonight, JoJo Bresnik has 4 completions, and on the year he'd only thrown for 4 TDs but had 9 interceptions. He is primarily a runner, but they felt last week against Tosa East he kind of got into a rhythm, threw for over 200 yards passing in that one game, and they were hoping that maybe that would play out again this evening. So we'll see as the game goes on if he is going to get involved a little bit more in the passing attack.
And they're waiting to add some time to our game clock here. First and 10, they'll hand it off. Werner, the fullback, to the 45. Brandon Hughes brought him down. Once again to the sideline we go, and Mike McGivern.
So the Brookfield Central band is only playing when West Allis Hale is on offense. It's the way it goes, I guess. But the coaching staff from Hale's not real happy. Went over and said, hey, look, either they need to stop or need to play when you guys are on offense as well. We'll see how that goes.
Almost like the Cal Stanford band getting involved in a game.
Home field advantage is what some people would say.
This time they'll throw once again out to Nelson here on the near side, and Nelson run out of bounds right near the first down stick. Matt Patterson able to escort him to the boundary, right at the stick, and it will be another Durzan and Menard first down. Greg Nelson, nice reception. The junior, 6'2", at that split end spot.
It'd be just critical, I think, for Hale's confidence to be able to get a score before the half. So Central obviously is going to try to have their defense. We might see a little bit more blitzing coming in a second.
First and 10, nose of the football short of the 45. This time the quarterback will keep it, Bresnik, and he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job on the play by John Schneider. Schneider, inside linebacker, a junior. Short gain of 1 sets up second down and 9. Midway through our second quarter, down 2 scores. Single back, double wide here for the Huskies. Wants to throw, comes back near side, had his man there, got a hand on the football, unable to come up with it. Here on the near side.
That might have been the
Nathan
first.
Shear.
Might have been the first miss for JoJo Bresnik as throwing.
It's a good ball. It was thrown right where he could catch it, just did not haul it in. So 3rd and 9 from the 44-yard line here for the Huskies.
Central
stop, 4:55 to go.
Central brought an outside linebacker last time. Let's see if they come again. Looks like the blitz is creeping up.
Go right up the middle. They caught him in the blitz. And the quarterback, Bresnik, may have changed that play at the line of scrimmage. He saw that blitz coming. The middle of the field cleared. He knew once he got through the line, he was going to have an open field there. The safety's playing that deep.
Very much a chess match between the two coaching staffs, trying to see what they can do to gain an advantage.
Great call. And Jeremy Gemig is the offensive coordinator. I'm not sure if we can give him full credit. Some of that has to go to Bresnik, maybe recognizing that at the line of scrimmage. So be sure going around the far side inside the 30. Good open field tackle brought down by Michael Drakota. Can't teach it any better than that. Able to bring Shear down.
Excellent speed by the Brookfield Central defense as they went laterally and were able to stop that jet sweep.
Gain of 2, 2nd down, 8, ball at the 28-yard line. So the man in motion, Bresnik going to run option. He's going to pitch it to that option man, Schubert, trying to get around the near side. Schubert pulled down from behind inside the 25-yard line. Joe Dubois able to finally get him to the turf as they bring Schubert in from that slot receiver on that right side in motion. Right at you into the living room there. Be short of the first down, however, 3rd and 2.
I think it's going to be obviously 4-down territory for Hale as they're trying to get one on the board before the half.
Single back is Werner. And they'll go 2 to a side here on the wideouts on 3rd and short. Bresnik wants to throw, going to go for the home run. Throws it up into the corner of the end zone and is broken up incomplete, looking for Schubert. Bucknellen there, late penalty marker down inside the 5.
I think they're going to call the defensive back for face guarding. He never turned around to play the ball. The near official didn't call it, but the deep official did. See if we get that on the replay.
Pass interference on the defense, half the distance to the goal, 1st down.
That's exactly the call. Pass interference. So one more look. Yep, he never made. Yeah, he bumped into the intended receiver with his back to the football. And easy call.
Yeah, he made even more contact than I at first thought.
The ball down to the 10-yard line. It'll make it 1st and goal here for the Huskies. They'll toss it to Siggers. Siggers cuts it back in the middle, still on his feet, gets back to the line of scrimmage, may have gotten a yard. Good coverage that time by the Lancer defense, flooding to the ball that time. George Panos and Drakota that time able to turn the ball back inside, turn that runner back inside the hash, allow the rest of the wash to catch up.
Panos is a short, squat guy, good base for him, 5'8", 235. He played that well, turned the ball back inside.
2nd and goal. Ball just inside the 9-yard line. And again, they're going to throw. They're going to come back with the bubble screen into traffic. Catch made. Daniels with the reception, but not much yardage. Dangerous ball there, thrown into traffic. Check that, that was Schubert came up with it.
Brook Central coming on a blitz again, and Hale, in one sense, had the good call with the quick screen. However, Central reacted extremely well to that play.
It was Daniels who made the catch. That ball came out after the tackle. Gain of 1. 3rd and goal from the 7. Resnick again wants to throw, comes back over the middle, and it's broken up, incomplete. It was thrown low, intended for Nelson, broken up by Dubois.
All right, get somebody over to you so you can talk to him. Have somebody come near you.
And Nelson a little slow getting up.
We got tell Mitchell that. Risk call.
Again, an injury timeout here.
But the tackles have to get in the A gaps.
And we'll take our break as well. Minute 52 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Hale facing a 4th and goal when we come back, down 14-0.
Tell the tackles, Paul.
Down 2 scores. Hale facing a 4th and goal from the 7. They're going to kick the field goal here. Tyler Milliken, 3 for 5 on the season, and it's a fake. Shear's going to throw it into the end zone. It's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Central in the end zone on the fake field goal. Surprise there. It was Buck Nellen who made the reception. There is a flag on the play. See what we have here. Surprised they go for the fake there, Coach? I mean, you need points.
Well, I think, in a sense, Coach Arrett is saying we're going for this. We're not going to hesitate. They're down 2 scores. They knew they were, even with the field goal, they were going to have to score 2 more times.
Actually, no penalty marker. My mistake. Central now going to roll it out. Lebalarte with some running room across the 10 to the 20, down the near sideline and out of bounds. Lebalarte, quick move to the right side. Able to take his team out of the shadows of their own goalpost. Pick up the first down and then some out across the 25-yard line.
Now, John, I wouldn't be at all surprised to see a trick play. Currently, Coach Kennedy has 11 in the books.
1st and 10. Again, Lebalarte this time around the left side. Lebalarte across the 35-40, still on his feet to midfield. Lebalarte with a strong run. Very close to midfield. Shubakowski brought him down. So 2 good runs here by the quarterback. Lebalarte, and Brook Central on the move here in the final minute and a half. This time it is Meyer. Meyer stacked up right at the midfield stripe. Short gain of about 2 on the play. Milliken, Tyler Milliken, it's his 5th tackle of the half for Hale.
Got it now. Sabrilski.
Let's head down to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Todd Sabrilski. He's the AD here at Brookfield Central. Todd, thanks for having us tonight.
Well, thank you for being here.
I'm on the
backup.
backup.
Appreciate it very much.
You bet. A lot of participation at Brook Central in athletics and all club sports, things like that. You guys do a great job here.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're 80% plus on participation and stuff. Athletics, activities, fine arts. We got it all.
I got to tell you, man, he does a great job. I had a chance to deal with him for the last couple of years. Todd's done a great job. Certainly, thanks again for having us, and good luck in the playoffs. You guys get there.
Well, hopefully, we still got a half to go. West Allis Hale's given us a good tussle tonight, so we're looking forward to maybe catching you again.
You got it. Thanks a lot, guys. Back to you boys up in the booth.
Mike, thank you very much. Todd, thank you for having us here this evening.
Either way, I do. There's going to be.
Well, just a little over a minute to play. We're at just across midfield. It'll be interesting to see if Jed reaches into his bag of tricks. He's kind of famous for that.
Yeah, that 6-play bag is still wide open here. This time it's a direct snap taken by Matt Hodges, and Hodges down the far sideline, out near the 40 of the Huskies, run out by Mitchell Larson. Again, Hodges, the senior, 5'10", 155. Told we would see a little bit more of him this evening as well.
Now their tailbacks are cracking off almost 10 yards a carry. Now the one thing we might watch out for is Hodges giving off to Lebalarte coming on a sweep, having Lebalarte pull up and throw a pass. Kind of a trick play out of that category.
Meyer in the slot. Lebalarte wants to throw, goes over the middle, and it is broken up, incomplete. Nice defensive play there as the receiver got a hand on the ball. Gibson, I believe, the intended target, got a sandwich that time. Ben Swanson with the hit to jar the ball loose. One more look. Again, plenty of time right there. Well, Swanson and Larson. And for Lebalarte, that's his first incomplete pass. Gibson down. Well, Sunday at 8 a.m. and again at 8 p.m., tune into Faith in the Zone. That's on Sports Radio 105.7 FM. The Fan, Mike McGivern and Pastor Ken Keltner will be talking with Christian comedian Jeff Allen this week. And in 2 weeks, Coach Tony Dungy will be a guest. That's next week on Faith in the Zone. That's Sundays at 8 on Sports Radio 105.7 FM, The Fan.
I wonder if Mike's going to be trying to working his way into a network TV broadcast after talking to Tony Dungy. Think that's a possibility?
I think so, Mike. Hey, he can hold his own with Coach Dungy, I'm sure.
Oh, he's more than capable. Once again, I hope he paid attention that we're giving him some props tonight.
Yes. Lancers facing 2nd and 10. Levelarte going to go screen far side. It's overthrown, incomplete. Trying to toss that screen out to Mitch Mavis, the junior running back. Had it set up, just pass a little overthrown that time in the coverage out there. It was Nathan Shear, the outside linebacker.
It's kind of amazing. It seems like about 10 minutes ago we said there was a minute 20 left. There's still only a minute 5. Plenty of time for Brookfield Central to try to get a third score.
They'll bring 2 receivers here to the near side. It's Hodges and Meyer. It's Hodges in that quarterback. He'll actually take it around left side. Hodges will get the first down near the 30-yard line, driven back there. Very close. Forward progress. Let's see where they mark it. Nick Riles was lined up here on the near side as one of the receivers, but it was Hodges going around the far side. Clock continues to roll. It was short of the first down, so we're under a minute remaining here in this first half. 4th and 1. And this is Levelarte, who is lined up in a slot left side. Will get the near edge and will get the first down inside the 25-yard line.
Levelarte is only a junior, and you can see, tonight he's already well over 1,000 yards rushing for the year, probably close to 600 yards passing. Certainly going to be a force to be reckoned with next year.
Gets the first down, and Derzan and Menard first down here late, able to get out of bounds to stop the clock at the 22-yard line. Central has 1 timeout remaining. This time they'll run the jet sweep to Mavis. Mavis back inside. Mavis inside the 10. Down to about the 8-yard line. Should have enough for another first down. Ben Swanson again in on the stop. And Central quickly to the line of scrimmage. And they'll kill the clock on the snap. 20 seconds to go here in the half. And Levelarte will saunter over to the sideline and get the next couple of play calls here from his head coach, Jed Kennedy.
I think we'll see again a little bit of that crossing action from the backs. Make it look one way and turn it up the other way.
Previous play to Mavis picking up that first down. Lancers' presence of mind to get to that line of scrimmage quickly to save that 1 timeout. 20 seconds to go in the half. 2nd down. Levelarte inside the 5, down to the 3. He will have the Derzan Menard first down and a timeout taken here by Central, their final timeout.
As they fake that jet sweep, you can see him pull the backside guard around to lead through the hole. Makes it real difficult if that linebacker wants to over pursue and try to get to that man running the sweep. Holes wide open in the middle with that guard coming right through, lead the way. There's nobody left to tackle him.
Out of timeout, so now you got to find something that's going to get you into the end zone on 3rd down. 3rd and goal here from the 2. Got to believe anything short. It'll be very hard to get them lined up and try and run something on 4th down. You look at the Husky sideline. Brandon Arrett, head football coach there. UW Platteville guy.
He played outside linebacker himself. I asked him the other day, I said, boy, don't look like an outside linebacker. He said, well, I've been on kind of a diet, and he's taken off about 25 pounds from his playing days. But sixth year now overall at Hale, third year as the head coach, and has done a real fine job trying to get these guys to believe, get the program moving forward.
Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Double Arte. Low snap. Gonna roll, looking to throw, going back over the middle. Man wide open for the catch. Touchdown, Brook Central. Mitchell Ahmed coming in on offense for that special play, coming right over the middle. Noted for his linebacking prowess, that time got hands on the football.
It's kind of nice to see a guy who's been, the defensive stalwart for Central gets his chance. Linebacker's kind of amazed too that where'd he come from. Does that simple drag over the middle, touchdown.
Nellen on to make it a 21-point lead. It is up and through. So again, second time, 85 plus on the yardage. And again, there was confusion in that defensive backfield. You saw the linebacker, Torrance Cobb, they weren't sure who to pick up coming out of that 3-man formation over here on the near side. Mitchell Ahmed not expecting him to be out there, so I think that part of the surprise move there by Jed Kennedy.
Well, with that single wing, there's so much action in the backfield, crisscrosses, and all of a sudden you're mesmerized watching that, and before you know it, if you've got 2 outside receivers running crossing patterns, one of them is going to be open. And they run their offense, Coach Kennedy's offense, very well. He had it really going down at Kenosha Bradford years ago. Might have had a couple players who helped make that look really good. One of them might be doing real well at the University of Wisconsin this year. Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon.
The third.
Fastest to 1,000 yards.
Outstanding back, not afraid to take it up inside, and you can see that's true of these Brookfield Central backs. He's got a stable of them that are all willing to take it up inside, not just try to run to the outside.
Nellen going to dribble this one, little pooch kick, try and kick it away.
Stay fair.
And it's going to roll out of bounds. Good job there by the deep man for the Huskies. Siggers to let that one roll out of bounds.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble in some ways if that ball dies, but with such short amount of time left, in a sense, it wasn't that big of a gamble.
Well, you got 8 seconds. Get the ball out at the 35-yard line. Chance to maybe get one downfield. Again, if you're able to get one completed deep and get down before time expires, the clock will stop to reset the chain. Plus, you got a couple of timeouts.
Yeah, the deep downfield pass hasn't been a strength for JoJo Bresnik. I think Coach might say, all right, let's try to see if we can just get regrouped at halftime, come back out. The one thing that's kind of intriguing, I'm not a big stat guy, but fourth quarter this year, Brook Central's given up 55 points, scored 13. I'm sure the Hale coaches are going to try to say, okay, we got to see if we can win the second half.
5 receivers going out here in the final 8 seconds. 3 by 2 here. Bresnik on the scramble. Going to come up the near side. Bresnik going to run toward the stick, get out of bounds. Stops the clock with 2 seconds left. Takes it out near the 42-yard line. Gain of 7, sets up 2nd and 3 here.
Well, so much for my thought that he was going to maybe run out the clock. Had 5 receivers set, empty backfield set. Of course, Brookfield Central is looking to cover that deep, not give them anything, keep the ball in front.
Exactly how they're going to play it here. Empty backfield on 2nd and 3, 2 seconds to go in the half. Bresnik with time. Now it breaks down and down he'll go. 32-yard line. In on the sack, Brandon Hughes, and that will end our first half here in Brookfield. 21-0. Lancers 2 long drives on their 2nd and 3rd scores here tonight. And they are in control, leading 21-0 here at the half. Our Thursday Night Lights on My 24, week number 9. It's the American Family Insurance halftime report here on Thursday Night Lights. John Weiser and Terry Kelly back with you. 21-0 Brookfield Central on top of West Allis Hale. Well, earlier this week, Kara had an opportunity to visit with the fine folks at Menards and store manager John Griffiths.
Thanks, guys. I've got John Griffiths, general manager of the Germantown Menards store. We're standing right in front of Menards, and thank you very much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
And we could not be more thrilled to have you a part of the 2014 Thursday Night Lights football series. Can you tell me a little bit about Menards as a company?
Menards has 285 stores. We opened our first retail store in Wisconsin in 1960. We're in 14 Midwest states. Our home office is based right here in Wisconsin in Eau Claire, and we have 12 stores right here in the Milwaukee area.
So obviously we see a lot of customers coming through your doors. We've got moms, dads, and student athletes who also happen to be employees of the store.
Menards has been a proud sponsor of the WIAA for many years. Even Menards stores has several team members throughout the Milwaukee area that are student athletes that work at our stores, so we can certainly understand the teamwork and dedication that they put forth to have success not only here at Menards, but during the football season. So we can really appreciate everything that the community, the families, and teachers help the student athletes with.
And thank you very much for being here. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
We'd like to wish both teams tonight, from Brookfield Central and West Allis Hale, the best. May the best team win, and we hope everyone enjoys tonight's broadcast.
Thank you. And back to you guys.
Kara and John, thank you both very much, and a special thank you to Menards for jumping on board again this year with Thursday Night Lights football. 21-0 Brook Central on top of West Allis Hale. The Brookfield Central Marching Band finishing up their halftime performance here tonight as they wrap up a regular season here at home. Let's head down to the sidelines. We've got Kara live with a very special guest.
I've got Staff Sergeant Westland with the United States Army down here with me. Thank you again for being with us through this season. And now, why did you join the Army?
Well, since I was a kid, I always wanted to serve, but I went to college first, and after a year of working the civilian workforce, I decided, hey, I'll do it for 4 years, and they helped me with my college education, and then I got to travel the world, so I loved it. So.
And now, why do you feel it's important for the Army to be a part of this 2014 TNL season?
Well, I've been involved in 5 of these 9 games, and it's great for us to be out in the community with high school staff and students, faculty, especially the parents, and being able to interact with them one-on-one. Just getting our faces out and people letting them know that, hey, we are here, you know, we're open for business, and any way that we can help you out, we'll do it.
And I'm sure when you're recruiting, there's nothing like talking to somebody face-to-face about the Army when trying to get somebody to join your team.
Yeah, it carries a lot more weight, any words you say, and they can read your body language and your reactions. Plus, it's a lot more profitable in that it's intimate, where you can actually answer specific questions and read the body language of the individual and find out if that's exactly what they want to do.
Absolutely. Well, we thank you again for being with us tonight.
I appreciate that, Kara. Thank you very much.
And back to you.
Kara, thank you. And Staff Sergeant Dana Westland, thank you for your proud service to your country. 21-0 Brook Central on top of West Allis Hale. Back with more of our American Family Insurance halftime report after this. Welcome back to our American Family halftime report, brought to you by American Family Insurance. Brookfield Central on top of West Allis Hale by a score of 21-0 as we head back downstairs to Kara.
Thank you very much, guys. I've got Charlie and some of the ladies with Charlie's East Coast Hair Designs down on the field with me. And now, what makes Charlie's different than any other salon?
You know, we value each and every one of our clients. We pride ourselves on our excellent customer service, and we go above and beyond our clients' expectations.
And where exactly are you guys located?
We are located right here in Brookfield. For further information about us, our services, and the salon, you can visit us online at charlieseastcoasthairdesigns.com.
And why do you guys feel it's important to be a part of TNL?
Well, being a small business, we feel it's important to give back to the community, and tonight is the perfect opportunity for us to show our appreciation and all our support.
Well, and you also work right here in the district, so it's probably got to be really nice to see your family and the Charlie's family come together with your school.
We enjoy it, yes.
Well, thank you guys very much for being here with us tonight.
Thank you.
And back to you.
Karen, thank you very much. Well, the last couple of weeks we've been proud to introduce a new sponsor to our Thursday Night Lights package, and those are the fine folks at the Layton State Bank.
Thanks guys. We're in front of Layton State Bank with Brooke, Debbie, Gary, and Vanessa. Thank you guys very much for being here today. Now, Brooke and Debbie, as members of Layton State Bank, can you tell me a little bit about the Layton State Bank Financial Literacy Program?
Sure. So what the program is it makes financial literacy education available for students in our communities. So Layton State Bank has branches in Greendale, West Allis, New Berlin, and in Milwaukee. So we sponsor the EverFi Financial Literacy Program platform. It's an online-based platform that is available in community schools. It's operated by the schools, and it goes through 9 modules where the students learn about financial aid, they learn about rent versus home ownership, they learn the difference between credit cards versus debit cards. We know that by educating our today's students, that we're growing our economy for the future.
And now, Debbie, as branch manager of this location, why do you feel it's important to be a part of the community with the literacy program?
Well, we're truly committed to seeing the students in this community grow as all the residents in the community. We're here to be a participant, we're a member just like they are. And so we feel if we can give the students this learning tool and help them make these good financial decisions while they're in the classroom, they'll take that education with them going forward, and they'll become responsible adults that we might be doing some lending services or banking services for down the future, and we want to see them develop and be strong, responsible individuals.
So you're seeing an array of customers, but Gary, as one of the high school teachers, you see students all the time. Why is it important to have that literacy program as one of the tools in high school?
Well, we think that it's important because part of the curriculum in economics is personal finance, and it's the kind of the backbone, which was said that every consumer needs to know the very basics of functioning in our society and part of the economy. And so we use Layton State Bank Financial Program as part of the beginning. They go through the very specific courses that are offered, and then when they achieve the scores that they need to achieve, they then get a certificate that says they completed it.
And that's got to be very rewarding for these students. Vanessa, you've actually gone through the program. What kind of values did you learn through this program?
Well, as a senior going into in the college after this year, I learned a lot about FAFSA and saving up and the importance of credit cards and debit cards and all when you're in debt, how it catches up to you in the end, and all the importance of how to live a normal life and how to make sure you're on track with things in the future.
And since the program has started in 2011, how many students would you say that you've been able to reach?
We've reached over 2,000 students, which is pretty unbelievable. And this year we've got 6 schools signed up to participate. So we're really excited about what the next school year has to bring.
So this is obviously a very rewarding and great program for you guys to be a part of. So I thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you.
And now back to you guys.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you to the fine folks at Layton State Bank with their financial literacy program. 21-0. Lancers on top of West Allis Hale at halftime. And time now for our U.S. Army halftime highlights presented by the U.S. Army. Army strong. And strong indeed, the Lancers, as they come out firing on their very first drive tonight.
Yeah, Thomas Gibson was on the receiving end of 4 passes that first half.
Labalarte, the first of 2 tonight. And the big crunching hit on special teams. Hale was able to move the football a couple of times, a couple of nice plays such as this one here on the pitch to the near side. Coming right at you, Jeff Schubert.
Yeah, the fake extra point that didn't quite turn out the way they had hoped.
And Central took it over from there. Actually, Dominic Lebalarte did. That's the first of his 2 big runs on that 3rd touchdown drive after that missed field goal.
Yeah, he's rushed for over 100 yards in this first half. Obviously a big threat, but he's complemented by a number of other backs.
That's the 2nd touchdown of the ballgame. Ahmad getting the touchdown catch. There you see it. 250 total yards for the Lancers in that first half. Able to capitalize in the red zone. Again, as you said, Jed Kennedy working on that this week, something that hasn't been done the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, Jed Kennedy's hopes, obviously, to get in the playoffs rest with the fact that he feels he can be a real thorn in the side of some conference champion who might get matched up with him in the first round, because in that playoff scenario, you don't have a lot of time to prepare for your opponent. And this offense presents some problems to defensive coordinators.
Keys to the second half here. Hale's going to get the football to start this second half.
They need to score. It's just down to that. They cannot go without a score on this one. We mentioned that Brook Central, throughout the course of the season's given up some points in that fourth quarter, but you've got to narrow the gap. Central, on the other hand, they want to keep doing what they've been doing.
Second half action set to come your way next, right here on My 24. Just about set for the start of our third quarter here tonight from Brookfield Central, and West Allis Hale. Lancers leading by a score of 21-0. Again, a big thank you this season to the great folks at Economy Lift Rental, helping bring these great pictures to you again tonight. They provided the scissor lifts for our cameras this season. So for any aerial platform need, rental, sales, or service, give Mike and Sue a call at Economy Lift Rental, 262-650-1882, or visit them online at economylifts.com.
That camera crew this season has given us just some remarkable shots. The job that they do each and every week is really appreciated. They have made this kind of production, I think, a real testament to these teams, and I'm sure the players, coaches, the schools really enjoy having this kind of quality production, and so hats off to that whole production staff.
They've done a great job all season long through all kinds of different weather this year again, and bringing these fantastic pictures and sights and sounds from each of our Thursday Night Light games this year. Again, a big thank you to Paul Rudolph and the technical staff down in the truck, Terry Gowan, the general manager over at My 24 and TV 18, and all the fine folks involved with our Thursday night production, and sales staff and everybody on hand here tonight. Got a chance to visit with a few of them during the pregame tonight. Once again, Terry, and hey, anytime they can make you and I look very good, they get props.
We haven't mentioned anybody with makeup, have we?
Well, you saw those pictures down there. They wouldn't even put us on the pictures. And again,
very smart move on their part.
That's the brain trust you're looking at right there.
Yeah, that crew comes up from Indiana each and every week for this. And so they get here early, they're here late, they've got to drive back through Chicago. We really appreciate all that they've done to make these broadcasts possible.
And the regular season coming to an end tomorrow. Now the seating meetings are going to take place, Saturday morning?
Saturday morning.
And a familiar friend is going to get kind of involved with that a little bit?
Dick Basham has been asked to go up to Stevens Point on Saturday. Actually, he's going up Friday night because the scores start getting reported in. They start trying to have the playoff field figured out by around midnight. And then they have to then go through the process of how those coaches being notified and then trying to set up what 8-team group is going to be set up in each of the 7 divisions. And so they've got Dick to come along up on there to give them some input into how best to match some of these teams up.
Again, a reminder, our game tonight, streaming live online, my24milwaukee.com. Simply click on the Thursday Night Light link, and you'll also find complete game videos and photos from our games this season. My24milwaukee.com. Huskies will get the football to start our second half. Left to right is their movement. And this will be a short kick, kind of a surprise onside, batted around. It's going to be picked up and recovered, apparently by the Lancers. Let's see. They'll unpile. No official signal here. Let's take another look. One of those pop-up kicks. Central did get a hand on it. And it looks like squirted back out. It's going to be Central. Well, Central's going to get it. The Central ball here at the 44-yard line. Bartelli drops the football and is sacked. Cody Shumich there to put the quarterback down.
A little bit of that gambler, and Jed Kennedy comes out right away, hit him with the short little pooch kick just over the lineman. They recover it, get the ball, trying to keep that pressure on Hale.
Valarte taken down at the 49. That's going to be a loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Try and take any momentum away here on this drive. Long time getting that play in, and now Central, and that surprise change of plans going on offense, burning a timeout here. Took too long getting that play in.
Yeah, the fumble by Labalarte kind of threw them off kilter. They lost track of the time. Coaching staff for Brookfield Central noticed the referee starting to count the time down to that last 5 seconds, so they hurriedly called that timeout.
Really 2 long drives in that first half by Brookfield Central, both pinned deep inside their 10-yard line. The one coming off the fake field goal that they elected to go for. The previous drive, the punt that got inside the 8-yard line. So again, going long field. They started the game out with a short field. A nice return out to the near midfield and opened up the game with that 52-yard touchdown drive.
Yeah, Central had the ball 4 times in the first half, scored on 3 of those possessions.
Efficient.
Maximizing their opportunities.
2nd and 15 from the 49. Little wants to throw, going to come back with that screen here to the near side. Mavis across midfield. Mavis breaking tackles inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. Mitch Mavis on the reception. Ben Swanson on the tackle, but the penalty marker down on the play. John Stoker is our lead official tonight out of the Germantown area.
Yep. Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
The holding call here against Brook Central. Let's see if we can pick it up here. The screen coming back near side, Coach.
Yeah, that's the 2nd time they've run that play tonight. They get the action going to the right, throw the screen back to that left side. So now you've got 2nd and forever, 2nd and about 25. Once again, always interesting to see what's going through Jed Kennedy's mind. That's a strange avenue, and we'll see what he wants to pull out there.
This time they're going to run it here on the near side. Malik Turner with some running room down the near sideline. Turner inside the 25-yard line of the Huskies. Malik Turner with a nice run, brought down by Shearer. Quick hit that time, coming around the edge.
Yeah, sometimes you lose track of the fact that they've got some other outstanding runners. Malik Turner on the year is averaging over 8 yards a carry.
.42-yard run. 1st and 10, Labalarte up the middle on the draw. Inside the 15-yard line. Ben Swanson there to bring him down. Taking advantage of the pop-up onside here in this opening drive of this 3rd quarter.
Once again, you see him pull that guard around to lead Labellarte through the hole.
Took quite a shot, too. Labellarte again with the draw up the middle. Not much running room that time. Charles Williams able to get there. The junior defensive end that time for the Huskies. Short gain of about 1. Second down, we'll call it 9 here for the Central Lancers. Labellarte will give it to Turner again around the right side. Cuts at the 5, gets to the goal line. Touchdown, Brook Central. Malik Turner able to pound it in from 8 yards out. 6th touchdown of the season for Malik Turner. And it's a 27-0 lead.
When Coach Turner talked to his team this week on Tuesday night, the thing he was pointing out, we might not like the position we're in, but we put ourselves there, so now we have to fight, scrap, do anything possible to get a chance to play another game next week.
Bucknell on to attempt the extra point on the hold by Labertelli. Good spot. It is up, and it is good. 28-0, 9.5 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. Taking advantage of that onside kick, able to punch it in. And we head down to the sideline, and Kara.
Thank you very much, guys. I've got James Dean, Vice President with Generations Against Bullying. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Now, how serious is bullying?
Bullying is a national epidemic in our country, and it's so serious that suicide as a direct result of bullying is one of the leading causes of death in our children 10 to 14 years of age. And Generations Against Bullying is a unique, nonprofit, community-based organization that has the resources that can help schools and communities understand the problem and help solve it.
Well, we're very glad that you could be here tonight and be a part of this community and spread the word. So thank you.
Thank you for inviting us.
And back to you guys.
Kara, thank you very much. See if the Lancers kick this one away. They will. And it's going to be Siggers. Short kick at the 15. Runs it up the middle. Siggers with some running room. Siggers across the 40 out to the 45-yard line. 30-yard return for Siggers. Brought down by Matt Patterson. And so Hale Huskies with good field position here to start the third quarter.
Obviously, Hale needs to get points on the board and get them quickly. And so this is now kind of put up or shut up time. And I'm sure at halftime, Coach talked to him about what we had to do. Obviously, Brookfield Central said, I think we'll try to catch you off guard, and they took advantage of that. So now what will the response be from West Allis Hale?
JoJo Bresnik in under center. He'll swing it out near side. Completes the pass to Daniels. Daniels up the near sideline and gets out of bounds. Very close to a first down. Going to be a couple yards shy across midfield to the 47 of Brook Central. It was Matt Patterson who gave him the shove out of bounds that time. 2nd and 2 here for the Huskies. And Bresnik wants to throw, comes down the sideline looking for Daniels, overthrown incomplete. Trying to show that short pass, little hitch and go down the sideline.
Right, he tried dropping that in just a little out of stretched in front of Ben Daniels, couldn't quite make that connection. 3rd and short coming up here. You'd think they have to try to do the run, perhaps. Not having total confidence in the pass yet, but so far tonight, JoJo Bresnik has been throwing the ball fairly well.
Line up 4 receivers, 2 to a side. Single back is Werner on 3rd and a long 2. And Bresnik wants to throw. Looks left, comes back right. Will scramble up the middle for the first down. Good heads-up play by Bresnik, brought down by John Schneider. Looked left, came back to his right. Kind of a tough for a left-handed quarterback to do that, but everything covered and elected to get it upfield for the first down.
Yeah, Central's gone out of that three-man front in this first series, gone to a four-man front, anticipating that Hale is going to try to throw the ball a little bit more, so they want to have that pressure coming from the two outside guys, keep them contained, let the two guys inside try to help put some pressure on that quarterback.
Trips to the left side here on Drazan and Menard, first down for the Huskies. Werner the single back, three receivers to the left. Resnick rolling left with time, delivers a low football, incomplete. And a man out there looking for Schubert that time, but it was thrown low, and he realizes missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, they had a man open, and they've got to make those connections. That clock keeps creeping by, so they've got to maximize their opportunities.
Didn't quite get those shoulders square, rolling left. You got to square up, get the hips set, and then plant and fire. See what they do here on 2nd and 10 from the Lancer 42. Again wants to throw, completes to Daniels. Daniels able to slip a tackle and then get out of bounds. Should have been covered up right at the line of scrimmage. Keegan Owens finally brought him down. We'll take one more look. Daniels able to slip through the initial tackle.
Yeah, they had a guy right in his face, but very quick move by Ben Daniels, get himself up the sideline. Critical third down for Hale coming up.
It's Joe Dubois who had first crack at Daniels that time, but went right through the Dubois tackle. 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 from the 35. And we got penalty markers down before the snap. And then there's some movement up front by the Lancer defensive line.
Dead ball, offsides on the defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Hale shifting in and out of those three-man and four-man fronts, trying to give a little different look each and every time. They're trying to combine that, obviously, with different coverages in the backfield and see what they're trying to accomplish on this one.
So they pick up the Drazan and Menard first down via the penalty. 1st and 10 from the 29. Schubert in motion to the near side. Resnick going to throw, completes the pass, hits Schubert. The motion guy here to the near side gets out of bounds. Matt Patterson with the cover up that time.
Yeah, that time they wanted to blitz an outside backer off the outside, but when you had the motion come across, they dropped out of that to go into coverage.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 for the Huskies. Deepest penetration of the game here for Huskies. And they'll give it to Werner this time, his first carry of the second half, and Werner takes it down to the 20-yard line. Very close to a first down, down to the 19. Mateus Haanen with the tackle. Let's head down to our sideline report in Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, listening to the staff here on the West Allis Hale side, they are trying to create some urgency, trying hard to create some urgency with these players, and at this point, I just don't think they're listening.
Good point, Mike. He's trying to get something going here. That opening drive here really took a lot out of Hale here as Resnick going to be met at the line of scrimmage, stopped for no gain. Getting in there first was Mateus Haanen along with Panos for the Lancers.
Yeah, moving Haanen from his noseman position. They're trying to take advantage of his rangy style body in terms of how he can put some pressure from the outside.
2nd and 10. Ball just inside the 20-yard line. Clock rolling. 7:25 to go here in our third quarter. And as Mike mentioned, trying to get some urgency. Pep in a step here for the Huskies. Siggers is the tailback. Werner the fullback. Fake to Werner. They're going to throw. Bresnik going over the middle, and it is incomplete. Could have been picked off. Should have been picked off. Keegan Owens, the defender out there. Pass intended for Nelson. the split end.
Yeah, the free safety Owens almost came right across there and stepped in front and took that ball. Very well coached defense, Brook Central. Jim Camerata, the former Bradford coach for many years, worked with Coach Kennedy down there as well. We're up here in the booth right next to him. We can hear him somewhat excitedly trying to make sure everybody's in proper position.
Some things never change. They're down in 10, ball at the 19. Resnick.
Get there, John!
On the scramble, comes back over the middle, and an easy pick out of the end zone and near the 10-yard line. John Murphy with the interception and a penalty on the tackle. See what that's all about. It's the second one, his second pick tonight, I believe, by Murphy. Check out the penalty call here.
Hit to the helmet.
Targeting hit to the helmet is the call.
Hit to the helmet.
So it'll be 15 more from the end of the interception here, the second of the night by Murphy. It's a tough throw rolling to your left and trying to throw back over the middle. Was looking for Niebuhr, the tight end. And Murphy with his second pick tonight, and then got hit hard in the helmet as he was drilled to the turf. They'll move the football out near the 25-yard line. And we'll watch the quarterback here. Labellarte will take it up across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. Brought down by Francisco Huerta Mas.
One of the things that Brook Central has done very well is have a gain on first down so that they always have those second and shorts. They get 6 or 7 yards every time on first down. Really helps you move the chains.
Labellarte gives it off. Far side is Mavis out to the 40-yard line. Gain of 8 and a Durzana Menard first down for the Lancers. Mitch Mavis, the junior, on the run. Miguel Alvarado on the tackle.
Here's that spinner move. And obviously the play off of that is to have the quarterback, after he completes that spin, go right up the middle.
So another Durzana Menard first down for the Lancers at their own 40-yard line. Malik Turner up the middle across the 45 out to the 47. A gain of 7 by Malik Turner.
This is the sixth time that Brook Central's had the ball. They've scored 4 of the 5 previous times. And right now they're wearing down Hale. They've got their confidence going. Hale probably saying to themselves, we're letting it get away. And that emotional swing, you can see Coach Einert really kind of saying, boy, how do we get our spark back?
Second and short. Labellarte up the middle. Inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. Labellarte with a nice strong run. Ben Swanson with the stop. Swanson tripped him up for his 5th tackle of the night. Lancers just controlling that line of scrimmage thus far tonight. 19 carries now for Labellarte, 132 yards and a touchdown.
Not a bad night's work.
Fake the reverse. They'll come back and throw it out to Turner, wide open. Turner on the run. Inside the 20, inside the 10. Turner to the house. Touchdown, Brook Central. Malik Turner, the 5'6" junior speedster, able to turn on the afterburners after the catch and race it into the end zone.
It would only be the older viewers who remember Charlie Toller from the Houston Oilers, who was known as the, it was like trying to tackle a manhole cover, and that's very much what Malik Turner is like. Fast, powerful runner.
Bucknellen on for the extra point. And it is up, and that one is good. Just got it in. 35-0. Brooks Central will take our quarter break. Lancers in control, headed for a playoff berth, perhaps. 35-0 over West Allis Hale. Malik Turner's second touchdown of the ball game makes it a 35-0 lead here for Brooks Central. 5 plays, 75 yards, and the 39-yard touchdown reception for his second score of the game.
Yeah, compounding things now for Hale. We've got the running clock going, so time just seems to evaporate for them.
Well, picking up on Mike's point, there was no sense of urgency on that last offensive set for Hale. Just never seemed to get it. They picked up with the knee on the ground by Werner, so they will get it at that spot. Again, in high school football, you make contact with the ball with the knee on the ground, you're down, play dead. Once again, let's head down to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, you know this game might not go the way of West Allis Hale, but I'll tell you, there's a number of guys within this football program that wrestle in the wrestling program for Coach Farrell. Do a great job. 27 kids throughout the whole program actually go from football to wrestling, and I got to tell you something. He's doing a great job at Hale. I give him a lot of credit for the success they've had in that program.
One of the great wrestling programs in southeast Wisconsin.
Right, and you have to credit the head coach, Brandon Arrett, too. He's encouraging his guys to do that because wrestling, wonderful companion sport for football.
How many times have we said that this season alone, some of the offensive linemen, defensive linemen that are also grapple in the offseason?
You learn how to move your hands well. You learn how to use your balance. Those are just obvious carryovers from one sport to the other.
Resnick's pass overthrowing. Intended receiver, Shearer, Nathan Shearer, now in a wide receiver.
Yeah, Brookfield Central might not be a good first-round matchup for some teams, trying to prepare not only for their fine offense, but defensively, they're doing some things very well tonight.
Second down and 10 for the Huskies. Resnick again wants to throw, will swing it out, overthrowing Schubert. Sets up 3rd and 10. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting playoff bracketing because of the potential here. You've got 4, 5, maybe 6 schools out of the city conference. You've got 3 to 4 out of this conference. The possibility of a 4-way conference tie in the Classic 8.
5 or 6 teams coming out of the Southeast Conference. Yes. And once again, because of that rule in the first round, you can't play someone for your conference. You're going to have to do some things geographically that may define geographics.
And the other thing we were talking about here in the pregame, the fact that Kimberly sitting up there in the Fox Valley may drop down as a Division II team because of some of the bigger Division I schools that might get in. Bresnick on the run. Bresnick will get the first down and out of bounds near the 40-yard line. 15-yard run that time by Bresnick. Out to the 40-yard line, and that'll be a Design Menard first down as we take one more look.
Nice thing to see for West Allis Hale. They're not ready to throw in the towel, and it's tough sometimes getting over that mountain almost of how do you go from being average to above average to good.
Eric, our spotter, pointing out too, Greendale D2. That ought to be interesting if Kimberly drops down too. Resnick now rolling left, throwing right, has a man out there, and it goes incomplete. Looking for Daniels. On the coverage, Joe Dubois, player we featured in our pregame tonight.
Just missed that. That was something that Coach Eric pointed out that, been the story a little bit of their passing game prior to tonight where they're within 1 to 2 yards of making that critical completion. And once again, this team has responded well from where they were last year. They're building on positives, marvelous senior class. So you'd like to see them end this one on a high note.
2nd and 10 from their own 40. Daniels wrestled down across the 45 and out near the 47-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Joey Lento in on the stop for the Central Lancers. Well, Saturday morning, 10 to noon, Wendy's Varsity Blitz High School Coaches Show presented by your local Pick and Save stores. It's playoff time. Who's in, who's out, who's matched up? We'll have all the talk with a few coaches as they leave their seating meetings. That'll be Saturday from 10 to noon on Milwaukee's new sound for sports, Sports Radio 105.7 FM, The Fan. Pound the middle and leaning forward, very close to a first down. Right at the line is to gain there. Bresnik.
Yeah, Brookfield Central has been subbing in some guys into their defensive front. And once again, Hale is looking up at the clock, and all of a sudden this third quarter is almost evaporated. Once they hit that 35-point mark, Central had made it very difficult for them to have a chance to mount any kind of a comeback.
Third quarter in the books, 35-0. Brookfield Central on top of West Allis Hale. Fourth quarter coming your way next. Thursday Night Lights on My 24.
I thought they couldn't play somebody from their team.
Fourth quarter set to come your way. 35-0. Brook Central on top of West Allis Hale. Hale at midfield on a 1st and 10 to start our fourth quarter. There'll be a running clock here in the fourth. Bresnik with some time. Now under pressure. And Bresnik able to get away. Down the near sideline and out of bounds near the first down marker. Bresnik able to get out of jail that time. Finds some running room down the near sideline.
Yeah, some quick feet. He was able to avoid Thomas Smith, a 5'11", 260-pounder junior on the D line. Around that corner. But once again, some of these young guys getting a chance to play for Brook Central, getting them some game experience.
9-yard pickup, 2nd and 1, just short of the Lancer 40-yard line. Quick hit near side, completed pass. Moore, Justin Moore with the catch. He'll get the first down to the 35-yard line. Justin Moore's first reception tonight. Moore, a 6'2 sophomore.
Yeah, there are a couple of real fine young guys on the team. One of the tough losses that West Allis Hale suffered this year is they lost an outstanding linebacker, Dominic O'Brien, who had a wonderful sophomore year. He was at the game tonight having had knee surgery yesterday. Came out to support his guys.
Dorzana Menard first down here for Bresnik. He'll swing it back to the near side, getting the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard out of it. Here on the near side was Shearer.
You got to be impressed with JoJo Bresnik. He's out there still firing away, still trying to make things happening, scrambling upfield, doing everything he can to try to end the season on a high note.
An injured player for Brookfield Central being helped off the far sideline. So play has been stopped here. Again, a reminder, Mike and Kara have had the opportunity to talk with sponsors, coaches, and other guests down on the sidelines this season, letting you know about the great things going on in the great communities we visit, such as Brookfield. Our sideline reports being brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. 2nd and long. Again, they'll try the quick hit near side, and it's an incomplete pass, bobbled and dropped that time. Trying to make that play, Jarek Gafford. So 3rd and 9 upcoming here for Hale. 9:45 to go in the ball game, trailing 35-0. Going to win tonight by Brook Central. They'll have the winning record in conference. Will make the playoff field.
Be 5-4 overall on the year.
Jed Kennedy's first season at Central. Take his team into the playoffs. Bresnik going deep, has a man out there trying to get a hand on it. Couldn't gather it in. Was Ben Daniels.
Yeah,
twice tonight.
Just that 1 yard. Coach Harrod's been talking about. I'm sure his offensive coordinator Jeremy Gemig is, trying his hardest to find that connection. That time they had a little confusion Brookfield Central defensive backfield. The guy broke free. Free safety was trying to come over the top to help bail him out.
That was Luke Rudeman back there. So 4th down. 4th and 9. Resnick will work in under center. Trips to the right side. Lefty will sling it out there. Completes. Schubert with the catch. Dancing his way inside the 25. Close to the 20-yard line. See where they mark him, about the 21. He should have enough for Derzana Menard first down, and he does. This reception by Jeff Schubert out there. He's had a busy night tonight for Hale. He's come up with some clutch catches. Able to convert that 4th down, maintain possession here as we duck in under 8 minutes. Derzana Menard first down from the Lancer 25-yard line. Make that the 22-yard line. Resnick again wants to throw, again looking for Daniels, and again going incomplete, just over the head of the receiver. Find a circle under it. Stephen Wetter was there for the Lancers.
Call Zach over to you. Kaminsky. Tell him to play a tackle. I want to go 55 jack.
Hale stirring at a 4 and 5 year. Boy, for them it was so critical. I go back to that fake field goal down 14-0. I still think come away with some points there.
Get a little of that confidence.
A little confidence, a little momentum, and since that point they've just kind of lost the starch here, so to speak. Resnick over the middle, completes to Schubert. Schubert inside the 10, inside the 5, and wrestled down at the 3. John Schneider, inside linebacker there.
Yeah, their version of Darren Sproles looked very good out there that time. Might be only 5'5", but as Coach Eric points out, plays with a big heart.
Made a nice catch to originally get away from the linebacker. So 1st and goal, Hale at the 4. Derzana Menard first down for the Huskies here.
Our outside backers are screwed up. Okay, maybe
4 receivers, 2 to a side here. Schubert in motion. We'll give it to the fullback, down to the 2. Werner able to take it down inside the 2-yard line. Werner's had a fine year, over 600 yards, 3 touchdowns. Again, 2nd team all-conference, captain on this offense.
Trying like mad to get that score. They're playing for their pride right now. Certainly have had a season that's just been so close. They've been in almost every game they've played.
Yeah, getting off to a 2-0 start. They fell to the Falls 28-14. 10-point loss to the Marquette.
Whom they were leading 10-0 at one point.
Dead ball,
until tonight,
delay a game, this way.
I believe we just had a
delay game.
Delay of the game, and I think we might have had a call on the West Allis Hale sideline, unfortunately.
Yeah, it looks like an unsportsmanlike conduct on the coach is the call here after the delay of game. And I'm not sure if it was anything said. I think it was because the coach was on the field and he might have been trying to call the play to his quarterback from the field and just kind of wandered onto the field, and that'll move them back to the 20-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 20. Resnick will try that same play again. Back of the end zone. Beautiful catch. Touchdown, Hale. Schubert with a nice over-the-shoulder catch to the back of the end zone, and that time they're able to get the connection to work.
Just what they've been looking for. You salute Hale. They're trying like mad to get one on the board. Excellent throw.
Nice.
Excellent throw.
35-6. So Hale gets on the board late. Tyler Milliken for the extra point and able to nail it. We'll take our break here. 4:19 to go in the ball game. 35-7. Lancers on top of the Huskies. Thursday Night Lights on My 24.
Able to overcome the 15-yard penalty.
Schubert's 5th touchdown reception of the season makes it a 35-7 ball game. Expecting an onside kick here. Try and drop one. Deaden it inside the 25. Going to be picked up by Central. Yeah, bounds with it. Turner, Malik Turner. He's had a fine ball game tonight. A couple of touchdowns for Turner tonight. Officially 4 carries for 58 yards. A 39-yard touchdown reception. 2 scores tonight. And we'll see what Central does here on offense.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I have to check the lineup and see how many of the starters they have back in there, whom they have going in at quarterback or tailback.
It's going to be Hodges. He's going to hand that one off.
Look at the 10.
Riley Rickers in there now. Alex Johnson, or is it it's Kuma Okoro, I believe, in there now, taking snaps. Got buried there. Francisco Huerta Mas with his 3rd tackle tonight.
Yeah, the Brookfield Central coaches up here in the booth were calling down to the sideline, asking their coaches to make sure who hadn't been in the play already, and trying to get them all on the field before the game's over.
It's a long time bringing the play in here. It'll be Hodges in from the sideline.
I want to run 55 jack. I got to have Brandon and Zach on the edges.
And we got a timeout taken here. Gives us a chance to remind you that Charlie Sheen and the boys have moved to a new home. Don't miss 2.5 Men. That's weeknights at 5 and 5:30 right here on Milwaukee's My 24. Let's head down to the sidelines. Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, this is Dane. He's the hardest working water boy I've seen all year. Dane, how you doing tonight?
Really good.
Really good. What grade are you in?
Third grade.
I'm telling you guys, up and down the sidelines, he's the hardest working water boy I've seen. You gonna play football when you get a chance?
Yeah.
Man, look at the hat, boys. All Packers. Loves West Allis Hale, and he loves the Green Bay Packers. Hey, thank you so much for coming on TV with me.
Thank you.
You're not trying to take my job, are you?
No.
Not today, anyway. Boys, back to you at the booth.
Dane, I can give you my job. Come up here and visit us up here.
All the girls in.
I think Mike thinks back to 3rd grade. Those were 2 of the best years of his life, I think. Certainly.
We're going to try a reverse here. Coming around with it is Jordan Meyer. He'll be dropped for a loss.
Coach Kennedy wants those scouts to have that one down as something else to confuse them as they do game prep.
Tyler Milliken has a strong game once again tonight. 8 tackles, leading his team in tackles tonight. Inside linebacker.
Over the course of the season, 13 tackles for losses by Tyler, an inside backer. Most of those not on blitzes either. In his case, reading the play real well, finding that gap and getting in there.
4th down, punting unit on. Gets this one away.
Find it.
Bounce around and roll dead just the 42-yard line. So a change of possession here in the final seconds. Once again, a big thank you to our fine crew here tonight and each and every week over the past 9 weeks, bringing you our Thursday Night Lights package. It's been a pleasure. 5th year in the books. Terry for stepping in this season, doing an outstanding job. I want you back next year. You got my vote.
Thank you. To see if my wife would even vote for me. I know Eric Murray is filled in doing the stats. Always been told you can be always replaced by someone better. I think once again my wife has that sign hanging at our house for me as well.
Eric Murray here, our spotter here tonight. Don here doing the stats. He's been with us all season long. Mike McGivern, Kara. We've had fun bringing these games to you. Werner with a nice carry out across midfield.
This West Allis Hale team has a lot to be proud of. They have played very hard. Coach Arrett said, no matter what happened tonight, this was going to be tough to say goodbye to these seniors, and you can see why he's so fond of them.
It'll be the final snap of the year for the Huskies. And they give it to Werner. Werner running right up the middle. Greg Freisted there to make the tackle, and that will wrap things up. Brookfield Central headed to the playoffs with a 5-4 mark, 4-3 in conference. They'll have a 10th week next week in the postseason. Season comes to an end for the Huskies. They fall to 4-5 on the year. Brook Central with the victory, 35-7 over West Allis Hale. We'll be back, talk to the winners, Jed Kennedy, head coach, and we'll have our player of the game coming up in our post game when we come back to Brookfield. Tim, good luck next week, guys. Good luck next week. Brookfield Central dominating this game from start to finish, wrapping up a 35-7 victory tonight and securing a playoff berth in the WIAA playoffs next week.
That's exactly what Coach Kennedy was telling them on Tuesday night. You've got the opportunity. Are you ready to take it? They certainly responded to the challenge, and they are moving on next week.
Let's head down to the sidelines. Mike McGivern with the winning team.
Hey, guys, I have the winning team, but first, you know what, our player of the game. This young man had an awfully good game. Dominic, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Level Arte. Huh? He's a man of many words. Hey, Sergeant Flores, you've got something to say to Dominic?
That's right. Hey, Dominic, on behalf of the United States Army, I want to congratulate you on the player of the game.
Thank you.
Hey, yeah, congratulations. You might want to say something how good that offensive line was.
Yeah, our offensive line is amazing. Our defense is amazing. Everything went our way this game.
Hey, everything. Hey, even the sideline reporter. Yeah, he was amazing too. Coach, you know what? We talked before the game. It's like a playoff atmosphere. It's a playoff game. These kids came ready to play. I was really impressed. With a sense of urgency, they came and they hit and they finished off drives. You got to be pretty pleased with this.
Well, I'm really proud of them. You know, we, it's been a good year. Just had a couple, little stumbles the last 2 weeks, but we're a heck of a football team. And I'm proud of these kids. After a tough loss last week, it would have been easy to shut it down. And our goal all week was play for one more game, play for each other, and play for 48 minutes. And they did that. And I tell you what, anyone's going to watch this film, I would hate to draw us round one, I can tell you that.
You know, I was going to say that too, Coach. I'm not sure. You know, they look at the record, you go to the seeding meetings on Saturday. I'm not sure I want to be the team that draws you guys first round. You've been here before. These kids looked real hungry to me. I agree with you on that.
Our record's 0-0, just like the other 31 teams in there.
Yeah.
And all I can tell you is, we don't make promises or guarantees, but the only thing I will tell you is we're going to play hard, we're going to play smart, and we're going to play together, and we're going to play some physical football.
Hey, I missed you when you were gone. I love stuff like that. Boys, congratulations. Well done. Here you go.
Congratulations to Brook Central, and congratulations to our U.S. Army player of the game, Dominic Levelarte.
Yeah, certainly. He was the epicenter of their offense, and they've got a very fine offensive team.
Balance there, 19 carries for 132 yards, 7 of 11 throwing the football. 2 touchdowns tonight for Levelarte.
Distributed to a number of other of the guys in that backfield. Malik Turner also turned in a fine performance. Mevis.
Our Player of the Game award presented by the U.S. Army all season long. U.S. Army, Army strong. 35-7, Brook Central over West Allis Hale. Back with a final word in our final game of this season right after this. 35-7. Brookfield Central headed to the playoffs. 4-3 record in conference, 5-4 overall. West Allis Hale falling to 4-5 overall with the loss here tonight. And they tried to stick with the Lancers early, and I go back to that fake field goal, Terry, that I thought really turned the tide back into the Lancer favor and really took any emotion and all of the wind out of the sails of West Allis Hale tonight.
That's one of those tough things as a coach. You look back and you say, what if I'd done this? What if I had tried this? However, I would hope that one of the things the whole coaching staff for Hale can do is look at what they did accomplish this year. I think they have really restored a lot of credibility to come out, be 4-5 this season, to be in all the games. This is the only game where I think they found that spread of more than 14 points. So been a wonderful season, and I'm sure they can celebrate that. And meanwhile, Central, they can take pride in what they accomplished when they had to.
It's been a fun season. Great having you on board. This has been fun.
Well, I want to thank you so much. You've made it so easy, the entire staff, Paul Rudolph, the whole production staff. Anybody that can somehow work me into something and not have me look like a total fool, that's a very tough job, so I appreciate it. Obviously, having had a chance to watch Dick Basham for 4 years, you can learn a lot from that guy,
I certainly have. Certainly learned a lot from you this season too, Terry. I'm looking forward to having you back for year number 6.
Well, I do too. It's been fun, and we look forward to 2015.
That'll wrap things up here for the 2014 season. It's been fun this year, thanks to our entire technical crew, everybody in the truck, all of our camera guys, Takara, Mike McGivern, Eric Murray, our stat guy, Don, our stat guy, Eric Murray, our spotter. John Weiser saying thanks for having a fun season of Thursday Night Lights right here on My 24. Good night from Brookfield.